These shutters get old, what happens is they get very brittle, and these tabs will end up breaking off. The problem is it's broke off in the hole right here. You got to be careful because these shutters are brittle. If you try to bend it back too much, you're going to end up cracking it somewhere down here. So I kind of come up with a little solution on how to try to get those out. If I can't get them out, then we got to drill it or do something different. But right now I'll show you the technique that I used in order to get the other ones out that work pretty good. That's why you don't take the shutters off a house, especially a brick house, once they've been put on with these push tabs. Not a good idea. Plastic push pins for shutters, and I bought these right here on Amazon, and it's $7.95 for 12 of them, so a little bit more than 50 cents a piece for them. And that's what they look like right there. I personally don't like to use them even on a brick home. I will drill the hole and put a little piece of dowel rod in there and then put a screw in there to actually hold it, because that way I can take the shutter off and on. But this is the way most of them are done, just like this. Okay, so the technique that I've tried and worked pretty well on the other shutters is I'll take this little paint stick and I'll put it in there, and that'll actually bring my shutter as far away from the brick as I think it'll go without it cracking. I will reach in there and I'll grab the plastic piece, and then I'll put this screwdriver there, which will give me like a little wedge, pry out, and sometimes those plastic pieces come out. So that's the operation that you'll see me do. It's giving me leverage is what it does. So let's see if that'll work. I can't really tell you how far to pry that out because you really don't know. It's up to you. The breaking point will be right here. If the shutter breaks, it'll break right here. There it goes. Okay, there it went. Now that's the way you'd like to see it go. Right there. That's what you want to see. I put my screwdriver in there, and then I was able to use the pressure of the screwdriver to actually pull the plastic piece off, and you can see where it's severed off right there. And that's just plastic, it's brittle. That's just what happens. The other side is broke off flush, so I don't have anything to grab to pull. So what I'm going to do on it is I'm just going to take a nail punch just like this, and I'm going to reach in there. I'm going to knock that plastic piece on through the brick, and then I'll cut my new push pin off just a little bit. I don't think it'll take the full length of the push pin to go in there, so I'll cut it off a little bit. Once it goes in the mortar, it holds pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and punch this old one in. We'll install the new ones. So with that nail punch, that just basically pushed that old pin inside the brick. Now it only goes so far. It probably travels maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then it just stops. And I got a feeling when they drilled it, they didn't drill it all the way through, so that's not going all the way through. Or I'm going through and hit plywood on the other side of the brick, and it's just stopping right there. So we know the one on this side will take a full pin, but the one on the other side, I learned this from experience, I will cut some of this off. If I try to put this whole thing in, what's going to happen is it's going to go in, and it's probably going to leave about that much sticking out of the shutter. Now I got the same problem because it won't go in. Once they go in, they stick really well. I'm going to cut it off right there. That should give me the room I need to hold it. So there we go. That one held good, I can tell. Remember, don't slam it too much because you'll actually dent your plastic right here, and I guess if you hit it hard enough you could actually crack it. These are not rocket science, you know. This is just, you just put it in there and it's just going to go in there until it snugs up, and then it's over with, it's done. That's as far as you need to go. Now, whoever installed these shutters originally too, I got a feeling they didn't use the proper ladder, because almost every one of these push pins I've put in, I've had to put in at an angle. And that's because they probably stood here drilling and they didn't realize they were drilling up at an angle. So when I put these push pins in, instead of pushing it through like this, I'm actually going through the shutter and put them at an angle, which is a little bit weird, but it is what it is. And unless you're going to take the whole shutter off and try to redo it or actually put a new shutter on, you almost have to deal with what I have here. And I don't know if you can see that on there, but see, that's kind of at an angle. That really should be going in straight, but it's at an angle right there. Boom, done. Don't hit it no more. Don't need to hit it no more. It's not like you're driving a 16 penny nail trying to hold a 2x4 together. That's as good as it's going to get, and that'll work just fine. So if you have shutter problems like that, those pins are broke, that's how you correct. Hey, I do appreciate you coming to the channel. That's LAF Space Film Fest. It's capital LAF Space Film Fest. I better get back to work.